Month 3 for my new tank. The first month I ran it without fish in it. The fish store said it was ready. I don't think it was, now that I've listened to all your videos. Month 2 I put in 5 platys, 3 guppies. 1 platy died, 1 guppy died a week apart about 3 weeks ago. My CO2 levels were low. I was right on the orange-green line for nitrite, and I was in the green zone for nitrate, and all the rest seemed normal. You know, it's a JBL strip. I just put in the sponge filter today because I did a test today, and it showed that I didn't have any CO2 in there. I noticed one of my orange platys being listless and floating around on the bottom. Maybe that's that little guy right there. So I did a 20% water change, and then in the evening I did a 10% water change and added the sponge filter. I do my weekly gravel cleaning and sponge cleaning, and obviously from everything that everybody said, KG Tropicals, Primetime Aquatics, Pond Guru, the Fish Girl, and other people, you know, that YouTube proposes me, my tank has not cycled. So obviously I'm not going to add any more fish for several months, but the plan is to add some plants. And the filter, the other Eheim pump and filter that I had in there before that I took out, was so that I could set up my second aquarium, transfer those fish into it while I moved all this water to the other aquarium, so I could put in a substrate for plants and then plant it and then let it all settle and then put everybody back in there with the minimum shock. So that's the plan I'm following according to other people. And my tank obviously has not cycled yet. I don't know what to do about the CO2 stuff yet, but I don't want to get into adding things for CO2. The nitrate levels, although not so high, but on the line, just like the nitrite, I've been managing with water changes. But at some point last month, the fish store had given me some kind of chemical, tetra chemical thing to reduce the nitrates like that. So I'm not using it anymore. I'm just doing water changes. And I suppose I should add some bacteria now that I've stuck the sponge in there, but I figured I wouldn't do that while I was yeah. See, check out that white platy there. He gets aggressive sometimes and like goes after all the other fish. It's like he's so greedy for food, but he's more interested in harassing the other fish than actually looking for food himself. And there's that guy floating over there, so I don't know if he's unhappy or not. He's what made me start doing the water changes and looking at the levels again. And so my levels are not good and healthy, and I don't want another fish to die. So I had other people say, you know, do 50% water changes, do lots of water changes, and then test your water, then do lots of water changes and test your water to get it down. So I'm kind of doing that, but rather than doing 50% water changes, I'm doing 20%, and maybe that's not enough. I'll do several 20% changes. And I ran into some person who said that I shouldn't gravel vac every week. Some guy said that I should only do like a third of it each week. Do this third 1 week, week 2 do that third, week 3 do that third, and that I should still, you know, rinse out my sponges every week. And other people, that person said that I was taking away too much of the good bacteria that's on the surface area of the gravel and on the, mostly on the gravel. But how else am I going to get the fish muck out of the gravel if I don't vacuum it every week? So it seemed a little contrary to what everybody else is saying. And yeah, there's I don't know if it's the same fish every time, but one of the platys goes up and scrapes across the wand over there, and somebody said that that's a sign of ick, that they're scratching themselves. But yeah, maybe I don't see anything that says ick on the fish. Who knows? Maybe that's why my fish were gasping, the ones that died, and floating to the bottom. I don't know. So that's all. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. As a beginner, month 3, an uncycled tank, and I think the next thing I add in a couple of weeks, I'm going to do that water bottle, the 50 liter water bottle filled up with the ceramic media, and I'll stick it in there for the aerobic and anaerobic action. And so then I'll definitely qualify for the over filtered aquarium. I'll have the sponge filter, I'll have the anaerobic ceramic rings in the water bottle over there in the corner, and then I'll have my pump still. So hopefully that's actually what I'll need when I get the plants and another whatever 20, 30 guppies and platys and whatever else I'm going to stick in this 110 liter tank in the future when the bio load increases. So hopefully I'm preparing it for that as I'm learning. That's it. You want to let me know what I'm doing wrong or give me comments, cracks, go for it. Later. And thanks for everybody's help on your tutorials.